So I've just had to put a little hot coat on the top, just resin only, just to shore up some of those parts. I mean, you can see here where it's been, where the PVA's worked, I can actually feel that gummy PVA, and here where it's just ripped and destroyed the mould. Anyway, previous attempt has actually made a good little work tray. With all due respect to it, it's finding a rather utilitarian function over there. So there you go, and I mean, you can see that beautiful moulded curve there. I quickly got in and sanded that plaster that stuck back. It actually filled a couple of little deficits, so it's beautifully smooth. But that hot coat's just gone over, just to make sure there's no lamination issues as you go around. There were a couple of lamination issues emerging, so that hot coat's sort of wetted those down. It will be a little bit lumpy in places, although I've worked fairly consistently with the brush to brush excess resin out. But this moulding here in the middle, that's what I'm excited about. Look at that. Really clear centre points being preserved, and so that means we're going to be able to get this thing spinning. And you know, look, the pre-dynastics had chariots, I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but if they did, they could have hand spun something on a chariot wheel without having power tools. And that's the dilemma, you know, how do you build a power tool when you have no power tools? The chicken or the egg? I'm not saying that the pre-dynastics had fiberglass. I know some people have been going on about polymers and things, but look, I don't know about that, but they certainly could have put a sand compass in the ground and made a moulding in the mud. Very simple. And I've actually reached out to others who are calling certain things ceremonial axes, but I believe to be sand compasses that have been found on digs, not in Egypt, but in other places, I think North America, if I can recall correctly. But nonetheless, they could have moulded something out of clay, and then probably, imagine this is the clay mould that comes out, then perhaps they may have been able to use that to then as a template to hammer out heated copper, something like that, to get a sheet going. But nonetheless, there it is. So that hot coat will take probably 3 or 4 hours to set, and it almost looks like the world from outer space or something, but very cool. I enjoy this, you know, it's my hobby. I do it for myself, but I'm happy to share and happy to have you on the journey. So reach out in the comments. Once this is flipped over, then, you know, perhaps we can start thinking about lobes, the rail, the reliefs. You know, cutting the reliefs in, you know, there are portions of this that will be cut out, actually provides the opportunity for me to perhaps cut the worst parts out and leave the best parts in. So there's a thought as well. It might be a case of how do you cut a diamond. Anyway, we've hit 4 minutes going on. Have an awesome weekend, everyone. Stay safe, enjoy life. We'll see you on the next one.